Okay, here we are, and we are about to start. You'll notice that I only have a couple of clips on there now because by the time you get to row 3, it really does become easier to weave. So I now have my row 3 weaver, and as before, I'm not gonna, I started, that's where the last one ended over here. So I'm actually gonna start, and I like to hold the basket up now so you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna be pulling the rows down to make sure that they're as close to the base as possible. I'll take that out so you can see what I'm doing. And now we're going to do our interrupted weave again. So I have to start over one that has the weaver behind the stake to start this new row. So let's put it there, right over the stake. And I do still use the clothespins to keep that starting point clipped in. But now you're going to watch me from this side. And what I'm trying to do is keep the spaces between the stakes even. We don't want to pull in the basket too much. We don't want it to flare out too much. We kind of just want a gentle upslope, and I'll show you that on the sample basket in a moment. But for now, just to watch me weave, I'm going behind a stake that has the previous weaver on the outside. So now I'm going behind because that's the interrupt, that's the over under. Same thing here. Over and under, over. That's the one that previously was under. Pull it down so they're all nice and tight and close to the base. Okay, now I'm going to have to remove my clip. This one was under, so this one goes over. The new one goes over. Over, under, over. And this one has to be removed to go under. Over, under. Watch your spaces. Pull it down. Push it down, rather. Pull it down from the top. Okay, over, under. Watch your spaces. Over, under. Pull it down. Over, under. Pull it down. Over, under. Pull it down. Over, I'm going to remove my clip again, under. And now I am back to where I started, and by now you should know the drill. We're going to go over the starting point, 2, 3, 4, so we can hide this under the 4th spoke, which is where I need to go under the spoke, and that way it won't show. So I'm going to cut it. See if I can put this so you can at least see it. I'm going to cut it a little shy of the length of the spoke. And then I'm going to get this so you can see it this way. Tuck it behind, go over the original place where we started. Go under the next spoke, just like the original one did. Go over the next one and under the final 4th spoke. So when we're finished with that, you can see that little one down there from the first row. So you can't tell where I ended. I actually ended it right there, but it's tucked behind that spoke so you can't see it. So I have done 3 rows of the basket, and it is coming up nicely. If you notice, it's still flaring out a little bit, which is what I want. I don't want it to be wide, and I don't want it to pull in. So I'm just creating a very gentle, let me see if I can get side here. It's bowing out a little bit, but just a gentle one. And let me show you on our sample basket so you can see kind of what we want. You can see that well enough. You see how the sides come up gently and then they go back in a little bit toward the top. That's the shaping that we want, and I'll be talking about that a bit more as we go along. Shaping is probably one of the hardest things when you're a new basket maker, to get it to do exactly what you want. But the main thing for now, if I can put these side by side, is just that we don't want to pull the sides in, and we don't want them to way bend out like a bowl. So we're just trying to kind of keep them in the, near the base, but flaring out just a little bit. Okay, I want you to go ahead and do the next two the same way. You're going to, turn it again so that you're not starting in the same place. You're going to start over and go under the next and go all the way around. You're going to overlap 4 of the stakes and tuck it behind the 4th one so it doesn't show. And go ahead and do that so that you have a total of 5 rows on this basket.